Hi, it's Days from Varnish Software. Welcome to a new episode of 2-Minute Tech Tuesdays. And if you're a follower of the series, you may have noticed that I've been covering a lot of cloud content lately. And I've featured a lot of official marketplace images. More specifically, Varnish Enterprise, which comes with tons of advantages. Primarily that you don't have to purchase a license upfront, you can pay it by the hour. And today is no different. So we've already covered AWS, Azure, I've talked about Google Cloud, and today we'll talk about the Oracle Cloud. So I'm going to put 2 minutes on the timer and introduce you to Varnish on the Oracle Cloud. The story starts in Oracle Cloud's Compute Instances overview. We already have a web server that we want to accelerate. This is its IP, so we're going to create a new Varnish instance that will cache the content of the web server. We will name this server Varnish, and we'll keep most of the default settings. However, we're going to change the Oracle Linux image to a partner image called Varnish. So we're searching for Varnish, and eventually we'll stumble upon our image, Varnish Enterprise 6 for Oracle Cloud. We select the image, but we're going to change the shape of the server as well. We'll stick with AMD CPUs, and we're going to have 2 of them and downgrade the memory to 4 GB of RAM, which should be good enough for the demo. Then select the shape, scroll all the way down, and download the private SSH key for SSH access later on. And then it's a matter of creating the server and waiting until it's provisioned. When the server provisioning is finished, we can copy the public IP address, paste it in a browser window, and we end up on the Varnish landing page. Click Next Steps to see installation instructions. However, we already know what we want to do. Before we can access the server via SSH, we need to set the permissions right. And then it's a matter of using the private key and the OPC username along with the public IP address. Then we can run sudo vim etc varnish default.vcl to open up the VCL file. We remove the placeholder return and change the values of the host and the port for the backend to the corresponding ones of our web server. After saving and closing the VCL file, we run sudo systemctl edit varnish to edit the runtime parameters, and we change the value of the allocated memory from 256 megabytes to 2 gigabytes. Then again we save and close and run a final command, in this case sudo systemctl restart varnish to restart the Varnish server. And then we can go back to our browser, refresh the page, and that is the content of our web platform. And that was it for this episode. Now you know how to install Varnish Enterprise on the Oracle Cloud. If you're already invested in Oracle services and also in the Oracle Cloud, this is a very accessible model. In terms of pricing, we handle both pay-as-you-go as well as bring your own license. So thank you for watching. I'll be back next week with yet another video presented to you in 2 minutes or less.